Welcome to Coordinating Your Chaos with the Blended Mama. My name is Teresa Stone. I am the Blended Mama, and on this channel, we help busy women find calm in the chaos of life through community and planning. Hello, friends. Hello, and welcome back to Coordinating Your Chaos with me, Teresa Stone. I am your guide to finding calm in the chaos of life through community and planning. Today, we are tackling something I know so many of you face: how to plan for a super busy week without losing your sanity, right? So trust me, I have been there juggling all the things: family, work, side hustles, multiple businesses, and wondering how in the world is it all going to get done. But don't worry, I have some tried and true tips to help you feel more in control and a lot less stressed. So, first things first, let's talk about prioritizing. So, when your week is packed, not everything can or should get done. And I think that's where you've got to start giving yourself some grace. So start by identifying your top 3 to 5 priorities for the week. So ask yourself what must be done this week and what can wait or be delegated. I love that D word, delegating, giving it to somebody else so that they can accomplish it. And whenever you're setting those 3 to 5 priorities, what I like to think is, if I finish these 3 to 5 things, will I feel like I was successful? And that's kind of where you have to get. So, or at least maybe it's even more of a, when I complete these 3 to 5 things, I will consider this a success, and you're not going to beat yourself up for the other things that maybe you didn't get done. So for me, this might be things like work deadlines, doctor's appointments, even family time, right? Family time can absolutely be a priority. So write those priorities down in a prominent spot in your planner. Maybe it's at the top of your weekly, maybe it's even at the top of your monthly, but write them down in your planner so that you can keep them front and center. And whenever you are working on things throughout the month, you are doing it with those priorities in mind. So my next tip is time blocking. I love to time block. I really only have a couple blocks that are like super structured, and those are more geared towards my business. But it can really be a game changer when you have a busy schedule. So grab an hourly insert, whether that's the appointments insert or the weekly block hourly, one that has an hourly schedule, and just putting things into those time blocks of where you have requirements, right? So you're going to start with putting in anything that is time specific. So appointments, sporting events, work schedules, all those sorts of things. You're going to go ahead and block that time off so that you can see this is not available for me to add anything else, right? And then you are going to look at that available time, and that's where you're going to start looking at your to-do list and see where can you fit these things in without compromising those top priorities, right? So that's kind of the structure and the idea behind that time blocking. So maybe your morning is packed with meetings. You can block out the afternoon for more focused time for work, maybe for personal errands. I definitely, on my work calendar, end up with a lot of meetings. And when I have something that I have to get done, I literally will add it in as a meeting on my calendar so that somebody else doesn't come in and schedule something on top of a time that I had intended to get that task done. So you can also color code your time blocks. I like to color code mine with a separate one for family, business, and my day job. But doing that color coding can really make it easier for you to see what's ahead. So I like to create like an ideal week so that the color coded blocks are there. And then whenever I'm creating my weekly plans, I'm really doing it with those time blocks in mind. I don't necessarily use an hourly all the time, but having a concept of where those time periods are really helps me to understand what I'm able to put into any given day. So you don't want to put so much into your week that there's no way for you to get it done, right? You want to be realistic, you want to be reasonable, and you want to make sure that you are also scheduling time for breaks, because let's be real, burnout helps no one. So keep that in mind whenever you are working on your plans. All right, the next tip is to use a master task list. So when you have a lot on your plate, it's really easy to forget important things, and that's where having a master task list can come in. So take 5-10 minutes at the beginning of your week to basically brain dump everything that you need to do during the week. You can categorize your tasks, so work, home, kids, self-care, health, all that sort of stuff. And that will kind of act as your guide all week long. You can pull from that list to fill in your daily to-dos, or maybe you end up with maybe something got canceled and you have extra time on your hands. You can go and look at that list and find something else that you can pull in. And I know that doesn't happen very often, but sometimes it does. Um, All right. The next thing that I want you guys to keep in mind is that you plan for flexibility, right? Life happens. Things are not always going to go according to your plan. So make sure you're leaving some white space in your schedule for those unexpected moments. Don't schedule everything back to back to back to where you have no flexibility. You're going to need to give yourself flexibility and give yourself grace. And remember, it is okay to move things around or even let some things go. So give yourself permission to adjust. It really is all part of the process. And so I'm going to encourage you to stay flexible and give yourself grace as life continues to happen. And again, that's where having those priorities visible and in mind are going to help you make those decisions in the spur of the moment. All right, my last tip before we go is to prep ahead as much as possible. So that might mean that you are laying out your clothes the night before, you're meal prepping on Sunday, maybe you're packing your bags or setting up for work or school ahead of time. Those small actions can really add up and save you time and stress during a hectic week. So where you can prep ahead, go ahead and do that. So there you have it, friends. Those are some of my favorite tips for planning for a busy week and staying sane in the process. Remember, it really is all about prioritizing, planning intentionally, and giving yourself grace along the way. If you found these tips to be helpful, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more planning inspiration, and before you go, make sure you check out the comments. I do have a freebie just for you with 10 tips for getting started with a paper planner. This is perfect for beginners or anybody who is wanting maybe a little bit of a refresh. So until next time, friends, I'll keep planning with purpose and coordinate that chaos. Thank you so much for watching today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tips and inspiration, and watch that next video to keep coordinating your chaos.